Hey everyone, Savannah Rose is here with me today, and we're gonna do some art, some science, some a devotion, and so we're fixing to get started. Just kind of give everybody a minute to see if anybody is gonna get on. If not, y'all can watch the live replay later. I had a few people ask if we would kind of do a little something each day. I don't know if we'll be able to do something every day, but if we have the time, which we got a lot of time right now, being in quarantine, we'll try our best. We're a homeschooling family, and I'm an occupational therapist and in kids ministry. So what we're going to do today is in kind of incorporating all of those things. As occupational therapists, I'm all about sensory and fine motor and all of that stuff. So I'm going to turn it around in just a minute. I see some people popping on. Savannah has a little art lesson that she's going to do. And hey Ty, hey Sister Sheila, hey Mamaw. All right, so we got some people popping on, so here's Rose.
Hey, so I'm just going to talk about color wheel, primary, secondary. So we have it over here. It's the primary colors blending to make the secondary colors. So yellow, red, make orange.
It's starting
Yellow
to mix.
blue
We
make
just
green, and
set this up a little bit ago.
red and blue make purple. And then also there is the tertiary, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, colors, which is kind of like orange, but a little more yellow in it, or a little more red in it. Blue, but more, green, but more blue in it. Stuff like that. So it's got more of the other color, as you can see on my sloppy color wheel.
It looks great.
So that's it. This is just color. So it's food dye and water, and you just put that in. Then you put the cloths in. I soaked them in the color and then put it like that, and so it just transfers.
You can see how it's starting to blend to make green here.
And it's just making the secondary color. Purple's pretty faint, but I think you can see it's starting to turn pretty purple.
And that's turning orange.
Yep, and that's our colors of food dye.
Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the rain cycle, because in just a minute we're going to do a little experiment with shaving cream and water and food coloring. So if you have some of that stuff at home and you want to join in, you're more than welcome to. I taught my Village K class this morning live to my little preschoolers. So we did some of this stuff, and when someone asked me about doing some live everyday like crafts and stuff like that, I said, well, I've already done a live this morning, so I'll just incorporate that into this afternoon, and I hope y'all enjoy this. But it's talking about, why does it rain? Every day, millions of tiny drops of water rise up into the air from rivers and seas. When lots of these tiny drops of water float in the same part of the sky, they make a cloud, which we're going to make a cloud in just a minute. If tiny drops bump into each other, they mix together and become bigger drops. When these drops become heavy enough, they fall back to earth. We call this rain. In the country, rain soaks into the ground. In towns, it goes down drains. Eventually, the rain runs back into the rivers and seas. It then rises again to the sky to make clouds. So in just a minute, we're going to make a little cloud and make it rain and that kind of stuff. And after that, I'm going to do a little devotion. But you can see here, I'm not going to go into detail, but it talks about a few little experiments that you can do with making rainbows and stuff like that. But we kind of did a little bit of an experiment here. Okay. So, Savannah Rose I'm sorry, somehow I paused it. So we're back. Savannah Rose is fixing to put a little shaving cream in here.
So I'm going to take the shaving cream and your cloud. So this is a lot creamier.
That's good. It'll start rising up. So I would poke a few little holes a little bit in it to kind of have pockets
for the
dye
pockets to soak through.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and start getting the dye?
Mm-hmm. So she's going to get some from here.
You want me to get blue first?
Mm-hmm. Right now we're just going to do blue to represent the rain. So put it down in there.
So I start dropping the dye. Hopefully this starts working.
So you just dump a bunch and it'll start going.
But if you can focus on the bottom, you can see that some
Yeah,
of
you
it's
can
starting to soak through to our little rain.
So get some more. Keep going.
Do you want to do blue again?
Yeah, keep going with blue. We'll do a rainbow in a minute. You can do multiple colors to create a rainbow. But we're just going to stick with blue until it kind of gets going good. Those little droplets are building up. And there's starting some rain. It's going to start going down. So keep doing a little more, Rose. And she's working on those fine motor skills there, people. So this is good even for little kids. Just get a dropper and get them to squeeze water. You don't have to do the color and the mess. Set it up in the bathtub and let them drop to their little heart's content with the dropper. Our little syringes. It's going to start coming down in just a minute. Earlier this morning we had a little water table set up to show my preschoolers, and we had colanders and little strainer cups and stuff like that, showing it raining. So if you have little ones, you can do something like that. Go outside and let them play in the water while we're all kind of at home. It'll start going down in just a minute.
It's already starting to form.
Yep. So do a little more in there, Savannah. There, see how it's starting to go down a little bit. So there's that. It'll start going down as time goes on. Colors. Kind of pick it down in there. Okay. And she's going to do some different colors. There we go. It's starting to go down. Kind of poke it down in there, Savannah.
I'm going to start with red.
Red, first color of the rainbow. How fun. And then orange.
A very light orange. I think I might get the darker orange we have over
Hey everybody that's on. Kim.
I'm going to get the darker orange we have over
Sister
here so I
Kelly.
can see it. There you go. You can see that time.
You can see
Now
it going through the clouds. So just have fun with it.
I'm just going to check that.
And this,
Yeah,
I know
explosion.
paper towels and toilet paper are hard to find right now.
They're
So
gold right
if you don't want to waste your paper towels, that's okay. But this is just something fun to do at home. And in just a minute, I'm going to do a little devotion. So you can kind of see.
Can't see the green bit. I'll do that again.
There's all kind of songs about weather and stuff on YouTube. I shared some of those with my little preschoolers this morning. And earlier, Dalton was talking about a song that David and the Giants put out, and it's called Noah. It's a really awesome song. And then there's, of course, this song, Who Built the Ark? Brother Noah built the ark. So you can do all kinds of things to incorporate learning at home and with Bible songs and Bible stories and learning songs.
Here is our indigo.
So now it's starting to be a dark cloud.
A dark mess.
Yes. So Rose is going to grab the camera from me. And I'm just going to do a little kids devotion. I'm going to do a younger one that's from our Rhyme Bible. I'll show it to you. We have really enjoyed this Bible. I did it with my older two when they were little. And then now I'm reading through it with JD. Then also, a few years ago, when Dalton and Rose were younger, we went through this whole thing together, the Action Bible Devotional. And now that JD's actually starting to get to the age where I think he would enjoy it. So I think we're going to start this with him soon. We just kind of did it every night or the nights that schedule would allow. So here's Rose. She's going to take over the camera. And I'm fixing to do a little devotion. So, I just thought this was very fitting with all that we have going on with the virus. I know our kids they're hearing their parents, and sometimes they may be getting a little scared. But in the Bible, Noah, he didn't know exactly what was going on. He just knew that God said, hey, I need you to prepare an ark. And that's kind of like us. We're preparing to see Jesus. And so things may be scary right now, but just like he was with Noah and he prepared Noah, he's going to prepare us. We don't have to be scared that we're not getting to go to our church buildings, but we can have church at home, and that knowing that God is preparing us, preparing our families to draw closer together. And so the very first thing I'm going to read is, this is like a rhyme Bible, so everything's a rhyme in it, and it's safe in the boat. God was very, very sad for all the people were so bad. They would cheat and they would lie. They would make their sisters cry. They would kick and steal and fight, though they knew it wasn't right. Noah was the only one who was pleasant in God's sight. God told Noah, build a boat, make it strong, so it will float. Make it tall, and make it wide, and put a lot of rooms inside. So Noah's family built the boat. They made it strong, so it would float. But all the people laughed and said, they are loony in the head. Where's the water? Where's the sea? They're as crazy as can be. God brought animals 2 by 2. They skipped and crawled and hopped and flew and squeaked and barked and chirped and mooed. The boat would be a floating zoo. God commanded, let it rain, just like we talked about rain a while ago. And so it rained on a hill and plain. Lightning flashed and thunder roared. It sprinkled, it showered, rained and poured. The water got deep, it covered the ground. But those in the boat were safe and sound. I want to be in that boat. I want to be safe and sound. I want to prepare my family. Days and weeks and months went by before the ground was finally dry. But then God said, it's time to come out. So out they came with a roar and a shout. And what did they see when they looked up high? A shining rainbow in the sky. The rainbow. And that's God's promise to us. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the promise in this devotional. The key verse in this devotional is, when I send clouds over the earth, the rainbow will appear in the clouds. And I will remember my covenant with you and with all living creatures. Never again will the flood waters destroy all life. It says, you think you will remember it forever. The craziest roller coaster ride, your best birthday ever, scoring the winning goal, winning a big award at the time it feels bigger than anything in the world ever awesome. But then a month goes by, and a season, and a year. It's not that you totally forget, but other stuff happens. Your memory just sort of fades. And that's what's going to happen with this coronavirus. Right now, it's all in our face, and we may be a little worried, but we don't have to worry and we don't have to fear, because God is with us. And He has given us that promise that He's never going to leave us. So we have to cling to Him, cling to His promises, that He's always there with us. And we'll look back several months from now, a year from now, and this virus will just be a distant memory. So hold on to those good memories that you're having right now, time with your family, things that you're getting to enjoy to do while you're out of school. You think Noah and his family would never forget something as crazy as the flood and floating around with all those animals. I'm sure they never forgot it completely, but life went on, and just like life is going to go on for us after this. Every new day put the flood farther into the past, except when they saw a rainbow. The rainbow was a reminder. It must have brought the memories flooding back to Noah and his family. Get it? Flooding back? Hey, Ham, remember how God took care of you during the flood? It even reminded God, and it still reminds us today of His goodness. We all need reminders. God later had His people set up rock towers to remind them of His miracles. Now we have the Bible to remind us, but we can also make notes and symbols to jog our memories too. Objects or items that help us go, oh yeah, that was so cool when God did that to help me. And if He took care of me then, He can do it again. Start to remember the past and build new courage for the future. So right now, you can say, hey, you know what? I had a really good day today. I enjoy getting to do these things. There's all kind of new experiences getting to go on right now because people are putting learning experiences online and sharing their church devotionals and all of these things. And so we can look back and say, you know what? It was a little bit of a scary time with the coronavirus, but there was these church devotions that I got to listen to that I wouldn't have got to listen to if it wasn't for the virus. And so let's think back on those happy memories, and when things start happening that are good, write them down and say, you know what? God, you brought me through it and you helped me. So I hope y'all enjoy this today. This is only my second live. My first one was this morning, so I know it's not going to be perfect. But I just want to say I love everybody, and we'll keep trying to do some of these things if everybody's enjoying it. Have a great day.